Hello, and welcome to this Legal Futures Update, Compliance number 2, 2023. My name is Trevor Hellawell, and I am a solicitor, as I'm sure you appreciate, but I've spent the bulk of my career on the training and consultancy circuit, and this is the second of my biannual updates on the regulatory and compliance framework for 2023. It's primarily focusing on the work of the SRA, and to some extent, a lot of it is repetitious of what I talked about in March, but there's been some developments subsequently, and there will be things that I'll mention today that I didn't mention in my March update. But the idea is just to keep firms on track with the current regulatory thinking. Now, on the hit list for the day, there are a number of things which I shall mention, some lesser than others, but I mean, I won't take you through the list right now because we'll cover it as we go through the session. But there are a number of topics that I think we need to be taking into account, not least of which are the new SRA's fining powers. As I'm sure most of you will appreciate, the SRA's fining powers have now been increased, have been for some time now, in fact, to £25,000. But in respect of economic crime, those fines are currently unlimited. And they've also introduced a range of fixed penalties and penalties linked to income in order to speed up the process, as they say, not overburden the solicitor's disciplinary tribunal. And there was, to some extent, a suggestion that they were rather labouring the SDT in order to get access to the greater fining powers of that body. And the idea is that they will be much more able to dispense justice, if one can put it that way, in a quicker and more convenient way. And this has proven to be the case. They've also have, in relation to ABSs, much higher powers of punishment, indeed anything up to £250 million. So they are becoming, in the eyes of the critics, the judge and jury, and also the final arbiter of justice, which is not necessarily to everyone's tastes, but they are. That is the position they currently now adopt, and the position is that they are trying to expand those fining powers generally to an unlimited power to fine. Now, this is obviously still to be discussed. It's still to be gone through. Whether it'll happen, I think, is a moot point. But uh, the general position is that this is what they're trying to do. The ultimate power, though, of striking off, suspension, and indeed, for the time being at least, higher fines for more serious breaches, will still be vested in the SDT as the final power of the final court of last resort.